restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making a million of verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just ain't ready to whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy. Never let a wishbone grow where backbone should. Bentley Bentay, get a dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but the act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably see the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
All right, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Brazil.
What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more.
She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now here's Young. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Young now from the 50. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21.
17.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And some space here. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
To the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jalen Phillips in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense is something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time.
Oh, Edmonds has it knocked loose. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Tua will get this to his running back Edmonds. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. A gain of 5. Good enough for the 1st down. The Dolphins at 13-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Draw play, Edmonds. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That one complete to Hill. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. The kick by Sanders is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present, making plays, and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Let's go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. In motion, Hill. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Ready.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. Go deep. Go deep. 6 seconds.
Tua on fourth down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked up by Josh Jones. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers, and that's it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Saquon Barkley running right. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now on 2nd and 16, Young. This is intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Yellow, go.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
On on first down. Tagovailoa. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
10 seconds.
The slot man in motion right. Tua going to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. Sanders' kick is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. It's Barkley on the counter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. He's got Smith here. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to put...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards that time. From the shotgun, it's Young. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Off the play fake, Young. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half. Yeah,
go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, it's Young. His pass caught at the 4. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to pass. Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now, meanwhile, a a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Hey, green. Black ultra. One red. Set.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. A big completion there against double coverage. And Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
3rd quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
In motion comes the tight end left. Tua setting up shop to throw again. They complete it to Hill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tua going to try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Young. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Brandon Jones picking it off.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. In motion right is Wilson. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Tua. It's Hill, complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a give to Edmonds. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Touchdown! Cedric Wilson, 45 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Keon Crossan.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So a fourth-quarter pick-6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick-6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Young now. He'll get that one complete to Connor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. The play fake. Now Young. His throw incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance. The passing game's off balance.
Touchdown, Giants! A great play there. 39 yards.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit.
Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. They find some open field here. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. Again, they run with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Dolphins extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Young. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On 1st and 10, Young. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And next week they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature.